Hi, I'm Mark, and because of more current developments, today in this series of military air technology, I have the MiG-29 fighter jets for you. Slovakia has handed over the first 4 of its 13 promised Soviet MiG-29 fighter jets to Ukraine. Defense Minister Jaroslav Nath announced this on Facebook on Thursday. His spokeswoman confirmed the information as well to the German press agency. The jets were transported from Slovakia to Ukraine by Ukrainian pilots in cooperation with the Slovak Air Force, as Minister Nath explained, and he said, "I would like to thank all the units involved for the fantastic work. Slovakia is on the right side, and with a gesture we have written ourselves in modern world history in capital letters when it comes to timely help and sincere solidarity." The Mikoyan MiG-29 is a twin-engine supersonic fighter jet developed in the Soviet Union in the 1970s. It was designed as a fourth-generation jet to counter the US F-15 Eagle and the F-16 Fighting Falcon. The MiG-29 has since been widely exported and has been in service with various air forces all over around the world. The MiG-29 is a highly maneuverable aircraft and is capable of both air-to-air and air-to-ground combat missions. It has a top speed of around Mach 2.25, that's around 2,700 kilometers per hour, and a range of around 1,500 kilometers without refueling. It's armed with a range of weapons including air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface missiles, rockets and bombs. The MiG-29 has been involved in several conflicts, including the Gulf War, the Yugoslav Wars, and the Syrian Civil War. It has also been used in numerous air shows and military exercises around the world. In recent years, several upgraded versions of the MiG-29 have been developed, including the MiG-29M M2 and the MiG-35. These upgraded versions feature improved avionics, weapon systems and engines, among other improvements. But let's talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of the standard MiG-29. And there we will start with the advantages. First, we have maneuverability. The MiG-29 is highly maneuverable and has excellent agility, which allows it to outmaneuver most other fighter jets in dogfight scenarios. And the speed? The MiG-29 has a top speed of Mach 2.25, as I said, making it one of the fastest fighter jets in the world. And it is versatile. The MiG-29 is a multi-role fighter jet that can perform a wide range of missions, including air-to-air combat, air-to-ground strikes, and reconnaissance. And it has a short takeoff and landing. The MiG-29 has a short takeoff and landing capability, which allows it to operate from small airfields and even highways, making it useful for rapid response operations. And it's cost effective. Compared to other fourth generation fighter jets, the MiG-29 is relatively affordable and cost effective to operate. But I have to say there are more disadvantages. And on the disadvantages we start with the limited range, and that's an important one. The MiG-29 has a relatively short range compared to other fourth generation fighter jets, which limits its operational capabilities, and a limited weapons payload. The MiG-29's weapons payload is limited compared to other fourth generation fighter jets, which reduces its effectiveness in certain missions. And then there's maintenance. The MiG-29 requires frequent maintenance and repairs, which can be time-consuming and also expensive. And we have the avionics. The MiG-29's avionics systems are not as advanced as those found on other fourth generation fighter jets, which can limit its situational awareness and combat effectiveness in certain scenarios. And it's an aging platform. The MiG-29 was developed in the 1970s, and while it has been upgraded, it is still an aging platform compared to newer fighter jets, which can limit its operational capabilities and effectiveness in certain scenarios. But recently, there were discussions about also Eurofighter deliveries to Ukraine as well. So let's also quickly compare these two kinds of jets. The MiG-29 and the Eurofighter Typhoon are both fourth generation fighter jets, but there are several key differences between these. And there are some advantages of the MiG-29 over the Eurofighter Typhoon, and I want to start with those. Because once again, it's the maneuverability. The MiG-29 is highly maneuverable and has excellent agility, which allows it to outmaneuver the Eurofighter Typhoon in dogfight scenarios still. Although I think the Eurofighter is doing well there, and it's cost effective. The MiG-29 is relatively affordable and cost effective to operate compared to the Typhoon, but the maintenance is expensive, I have to add that one. But there are advantages of the Eurofighter Typhoon over the MiG-29. And this is, first of all, the advanced avionics. The Eurofighter Typhoon has advanced avionics systems, including an active electronically scanned array, an AESA, that's a radar, and an integrated defensive aid suite, which provides superior situational awareness and combat effectiveness. Then there's of course the range and endurance. The Eurofighter Typhoon has a longer range and greater endurance than the MiG-29, which allows it to operate farther from its base and remain on station for longer periods of time. And there's the weapons payload. The Eurofighter Typhoon has a greater weapons payload than the MiG-29, which allows it to carry a wider range of weapons and engage multiple targets simultaneously. And there are stealth features. The Eurofighter Typhoon has stealth features that reduce its radar cross-section, making it more difficult to detect and track by enemy radar systems. So in summary, while the MiG-29 has advantages in maneuverability and cost effectiveness, the Eurofighter Typhoon has advantages in advanced avionics, range and endurance, weapons payload, and stealth figures. But the Slovakian MiGs that were delivered now will still be an important help for the Ukrainian defense forces in any case. And if you want to learn more about military technology, the next video is right here in the end screen, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.